Abe says, hi, can it hurt or help to have multiple syndication networks? Yes, it can, Abe. Not for YouTube channels. Well, depending on how they were set up, but if you're using syndication networks for blog syndication to try to rank your own domain, right, like a self-hosted site, then yes, multiple syndication networks can hurt you depending on how you have it set up and how you have your syndication set up. I've said for years now, like we teach branded tier 1 syndication networks, and then we also talk about and we teach how to build 2-tier syndication networks, and you can take it out multiple tiers. But I've also recommended for years that you only use 2-tier syndication networks on YouTube channels, or multi-tiered syndication networks on YouTube channels, or for YouTube syndication, not for blog syndication. However, if you want to do it for blog syndication, I do teach in Syndication Academy, and I've talked about it multiple times, how you can use multi-tiered syndication networks and reduce the chance of getting a Google slap. You cannot eliminate it because you are still leaving a footprint, but you can significantly reduce the footprint if you add additional content feeds as triggers into your second or third tiers, right? Because what you want to do is you want to mask or bury your content among a whole lot of additional relevant and related type content, so that the blogs don't show or appear to be solely for manipulating search rankings, right? And that's essentially what they are. And so again, with multi-tiered syndication networks, I don't recommend them for blog syndication unless you know what you're doing and you're willing to put forth all the additional effort. And also, multi-tiered syndication networks can break down because there's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of different content sources, which can cause, different RSS feeds that you don't have control over because they're not your RSS feeds, which can cause problems. And multi-tiered syndication networks can be a bitch to maintain for that reason. And so that's another reason I don't recommend them. And if you are just flatly syndicating your content to multiple syndication networks and you're not masking or hiding your footprint, then you are absolutely causing damage, because it is clearly it's the algorithm can pick that up in a split second, right? And so, Abe, I would, again, if you don't know, if you're going to be building these types of stuff, like I said, the only way that we have Syndication Academy where I talk about all of that stuff seriously. I go into your best practices and everything about how to use them and where to use them. But for blog syndication, I highly recommend that you just use a 1-tier branded syndication network, and then you can boost the hell out of that. Okay.
Yeah, he also says that he's used lower standard contractors in the past, and he's considering using our services on top. Dude, if you've done that, then don't get a syndication network from us until you fix whatever it is that you've done. And I suggest totally getting into Syndication Academy, seeing how it's all supposed to work. I hope that you have access to all of these networks and multiple rings that have been done for you, so that you can just stop whatever madness it was that was created, and you could do it the right way, the way that it's supposed to be done, which is branding. It's done for branding and for syndicating your network. It's not, it is done to manipulate, but to manipulate in the right way. If you get caught manipulating the wrong way,
right,
you're going to get slapped down.
That's right.